Hey everyone, what was that? 4-3 loss to Chelsea. In a winning position, no less. It's very difficult to wrap my head around this game because I thought to myself that we started really badly. And at that point, you probably thought to yourself, this looks like another loss. And in the end result, it was a loss. But we did so well to come back into the game. We did so well to go into the lead. And then again, in the final minutes, certain players lose their heads, mistakes get made, and we literally find ourselves in the same position we were against Brentford, conceding late on to drop points. Now, before the Chelsea game, there were perhaps just a bit of hope with regards to still getting a Champions League place. That's gone now. Some of the decisions Ten Hag made once again are questionable, and we were supposed to be better than Chelsea, who are lower than us in the table. But we once again succumb to our own mistakes. Let's start at the very beginning. Gallagher, again, open on the edge of the box, another cutback that we concede. There was literally a video on social media showing the amount of cutbacks that we conceded that results in a goal. And we still haven't learned that lesson. Ten Hag still hasn't fixed that issue. The players on the pitch still haven't taken accountability for making that same mistake all the time. And you would probably say that based on what we did the majority of the game, we deserve to win. But on the other hand, we also deserve to lose because we cannot play that way. It's not sustainable. The way Ten Hag sets up the team does not help us. Again, so many shots on our goal last night. And yes, the first goal was a cutback, but it was our mistake. All the goals that we conceded were our own mistakes that were punished. We made a mistake by losing the ball in our own half, and we conceded a goal for that. The penalty that Anthony concedes, not tracking Kukurea, and again, it's not a penalty. The second penalty with the low on Madueke is also not a penalty. There is absolute minimal to no contact, but yet both of them went to ground and both of them were given soft at most. What has happened to the beautiful game where we expect tough tackles, where we expect players to ride heavy challenges and still get up and play on? Now, just a breath of air on someone's neck and they look to be diving to the ground. 3-3. And let's not forget about the referee who certainly was giving the game to Chelsea. The amount of added time that they got makes no sense. In the first half, they added 5 minutes extra. Where that came from, we do not understand. And then at the end of the game, they add 8 minutes on. But then the game doesn't end after 98 minutes. It ended after 111 minutes. So where did the extra minutes come from? But I guess, it's against United. Nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to speak about how abysmal the refs and VAR were. It's just going to be about Ten Hag once again losing a game. The players again capitulating at the end. Us having gaps in midfield. Casemiro not playing well. Let's speak about certain players. Let's start by Casemiro. What happened to him? The moment where he just completely jogs next to Jackson and allows him to have the ball is abysmal. It's unprofessional. Some of the passes that he made certainly is questionable. Where is his mindset? And when he came off, we conceded more shots. So that tells you that he is doing something on the pitch, but he's not doing enough or doing what he should be doing. McTominay comes on, we play with 10 men less. That's a fact. We didn't need him to come on at that moment. We were busy winning 3-2. Maybe bringing on a Mason Mount or Eriksen to allow us to have more position would have been a better option. But again, Ten Hag makes a mistake by bringing on McTominay. Fair enough, he got around, made a few tackles, but it wasn't enough. He brings on Rashford and takes off Hoyland. Rashford gave us absolutely nothing. And his brother speaking before the game about Gary Neville criticizing him and this. Look what Rashford is doing on the pitch. He doesn't look like he wants to be here. Gary Neville is 100% correct. He ain't running. He's not tackling. He's not even trying to put in an effort. There was literally, and there is another video of him just jogging next to Cole Palmer while Palmer has the ball. He's not trying to take it off him. He's not trying to battle him to win the ball in a duel. No. And at that moment, we were still leading 3-2. Maybe with a bit of effort, he gets an opportunity for us to counter. There was a moment where Anthony certainly wanted to cross the ball to him, but he jogged into the box and he didn't even care to make an opening to receive the ball from Anthony. And Anthony got dispossessed because he had 3 players on him. That says everything. And fair play to Anthony. He had a very good performance. A wonderful assist for Garnacho's goal outside of his foot, and Garnacho getting there for his second goal. His first goal, we simply get, good pressure. Caicedo makes a mistake and he's through 1-on-1 and he scores. But after Ten Hag took off the likes of Garnacho and Hoyland, we did seem less potent going forward. And that is testament to just how good they are. Where does Ten Hag go from here? What do we see for the future of Manchester United? Because with performances like that, I don't think Ten Hag will survive or be here next season as the manager. And it's not just the players that are throwing him under the bus. It's also him with the choices and the decisions that he makes. Why did he not bring on Ahmad? I mean, he could have put Ahmad on instead of Rashford. No disrespect, but we would have gotten more out of Ahmad than Rashford, surely. Could have brought on Mason Mount much earlier. Brought him on so late in the game. It's difficult to make an impact with little time remaining in the game. But as I said, it's a culmination of everything. And Sir Jim and Sir Dave Brailsford were watching the game. And that in itself should tell you just how serious they are about taking Man United back to the top. But with performances like that, certain players losing their heads with a small sign of trouble, there needs to be questions asked of certain players' mentalities and where they actually see themselves. Do they want to be at United? And if they don't, they should be leaving. The end of the season cannot come quick enough. We still have a FA Cup semi-final to play for. Liverpool coming next on the weekend. What on earth is Ten Hag going to do? How is he going to fix the gaping hole in midfield? The gaping hole when we are trying to defend our box and conceding cutbacks? How does he motivate some of these players to push and fight until the last minute? Ten Hag cannot be blamed for the mistakes of these players or for their low IQ with regards to football intelligence and game management. But it's the same mistakes, game in, game out. And nothing is going to change until we get rid of some of these players. I will back Ten Hag till the end, but I certainly do struggle to see him being our manager for the future if these are the type of performances that we are getting. There is no structure. There is no style of play. The players don't know what to do on the pitch. And Ten Hag looks very, very lost right now as a manager. He doesn't really look like he knows what to do right now. And that is a very worrying sign. But as I always say, we have to move forward, look forward to the next game, and it's going to be even more tougher, more stressful. We might be playing at Old Trafford. Yes, we won Liverpool in the FA Cup quarter-final, but this is a different game entirely. They're going to come at us with all their guns blazing, and they are going to want to not just win, but also embarrass us and try and punish us again, similar to that 7-0. But we'll definitely speak more about that game in our preview. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, you know what to do. Thank you for watching the video thus far. A bit of an abysmal video, but it has to be done. Till we see each other again soon, Red Devils. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.